Hello everyone, welcome to Rob's Gaming Table. I'm Mel, and today on the table I am going to be painting the minis from the game Expeditions. This is, I'm excited for this one actually because these minis, you can see them on the table, they're kind of mech-like, mech minis. So I'm excited that I can show off the Army Painter Speed Paint Metallics set that I got. We were kind of talking about that in a previous stream about some of the different colors in the line. So I'm really excited that we can try some of those out in this stream. I'm thinking about painting like each mech a different color from that line so we can kind of see what those look like. I'm unsure if we're going to put washes on them. I want to see what it looks like when we get the base color on them, and then we'll go from there. So welcome to today's stream. It is an interruption from the Descent minis that we're painting. So if you're tuning into this and you haven't seen, I am currently painting through the Descent Legends of the Dark Betrayers War minis. We have had 2 episodes of that. Next episode of those painting minis will be on Saturday. You can check the playlist on the channel for upcoming videos. So hello everyone, hello. First I want to give a shout out to Pumpkin Jenny Lynn for becoming a producer to the channel in between streams. So thank you so much if you're seeing this. That's very much appreciated. Thank you. Bernardo, hello. Greetings from the north of Tunguska, having a field trip with Dr. I don't know how to say it. Auditioning for the Disney movie about the Iron Giant. Oh, hello. Ninjaret, hello. Janet, hello. Looking forward to see how you do these. I have the metal. Sorry, sometimes the little heart gets in the way of I think you say the metal ones, so not sure how I'll paint those. Oh, for sure, if you have the ironclad ones, then yeah, you definitely don't need. See, Mitch, hello. But also, Janet, shout out to you. In one of the previous streams, we were talking about the fidget poppers or whatever those are called. I did pick up, we ordered 2, so I have a circle one and a square one. I'm going to test these out and see how these work. So thank you for the recommendation on that. So I have these. They actually take up less space, which is going to be great. Also, in between streams, I also picked up a new set of fine detail brushes. We were also talking about in the last stream how I actually don't own any kind of dry brushing brushes. I only own like makeup brushes just from the dollar store, and that's kind of what I use. So I have in the set, actually let's go like this, in the set from Golden Meeple, they are just off of Amazon. I have a 5, a 4, and a 6 dry brush. So I don't know if we'll use these in this paint stream, but I'm excited to try these out. Just wanted to let you guys know that thanks to your support, I was able to upgrade and get a few more brushes, and I got a few fine detail brushes to replace some that are kind of like splitting and are just very old. So, okay. Yeah, I hope I like them too. I like how little space they take up. So we're gonna try them, see how they work. So let's use a small one for now. Okay, let's talk about the paints that we're going to use today. So again, I have the Army Painter Speed Paint Metallic set. Just move those off. So I'm going to pick 5. Actually, let's start on this side because these are more the ones I'm going to use, I think. I definitely want to use the polished silver on one of them. That is the one in the previous stream that we used on the Knights, and I really liked that. The enhanced steel, yes, we'll try that one. Maybe a green. This is a maybe. Golden. I don't know about golden, but maybe Talos bronze. Maybe that one might be good. That'd be 4. Copper, maybe a copper. Those could be my 5. I don't think I want to do any of them gold, that's for sure. And I have this other silver, but I don't know if I want to have like 3 silvers. Maybe the green one looks cool. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you an image that I'm using as kind of inspiration of like what I'm wanting them to look like. So let me just show you that too while we're picking colors. So I'm not doing detailed bases like this. We're just doing flat bases, but this is kind of what I was thinking, like how they're kind of all a slightly different color. Maybe the green one won't actually work. Maybe I just switch out the green one for that other silver. Maybe, yeah, that's what I do. And then we have a couple like that are like bronzy, like the second and the third one, and then the rest are kind of like silvers and grays. So this is what I'm kind of using as inspiration, like one of each color, and then we'll maybe do a wash on them. We'll see what it looks like once we base them, and we'll go from there. Okay. So I'm just going to put them off to the side for now. Let's start with our polished silver, and I'm just going to pick one. We'll start with this mini. These ones don't fit on my small base holders, so I have to get out my big Citadel base holder for these ones. Okay. Okay. So we got, so these minis were painted or primed with just a matte white primer. So we're just gonna, sorry, I just gotta set my magnifying glass up so I can see. And we're just gonna slap this on. Using a large brush, actually, I'm using a size 8. For this. Also, I'm not 100% sure if I'll need a second coat either. So we'll see what happens as we go. So how's everybody doing tonight? Nice Tuesday evening here for me. So we have a stream scheduled to raise them up. These minis are slightly bigger than the ones I normally are using. We have a stream scheduled to play this on Sunday, so you can find that. Find that in the playlist of upcoming streams. So Rob's already played the solo, and it seems like, I didn't see that video yet, but it seems like that he put a poll asking if people wanted to see us play this 2-player, and it was like a resounding yes. So and I'm just going to do each mini, the whole thing in the one color. We're going to see what comes of that and if we need to do any washing. I do have some rusting effect paints that we could use if we want to add any details, but we'll see what these look like. I'm kind of excited because, as I was saying in a previous video, that I haven't really seen exactly how all of these metallics look when they're set. So I'm excited that we'll be able to try out a few different colors and see kind of what the look is that we get. Do we get that shadowing, the same shadowing and that we get from the regular line? Oh, Yogi, yeah. Yogi says basically people want to see Mel play. Oh, but see, games like this, like Rob usually crushes me. Or not crushes. I try to put a good fight on, so I don't know, we'll see. It was weird watching him play with unpainted minis. Oh, I know. It's funny because I almost painted them on Sunday evening. I wasn't 100% sure how long it would take. We were busy on Sunday in the day. But in the stream that we were doing on Saturday, we were kind of talking about possibly interrupting the Descent minis to paint them. And I thought, oh, I can probably pull a paint stream in on Sunday night. But then I was like, oh, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And then we ended up getting in a little bit later, and he was like, no, it's fine. So we didn't have time to like prime them before that. So yes, he did have to play with unpainted minis, and I guess it was weird. Yeah, I guess. But from what I understand, Rob had fun playing, so I'm excited to. We're gonna start learning it, or I'm gonna start learning it tomorrow before we play it on Sunday. Is a table hog? Yeah, yeah. I can see it out on the table, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. It's a game I'm interested in. Nice. Yeah, definitely. Like Rob played it. He had a good time. Clearly the chat wanted to see him play it again, right? Instead of moving on to the next. So we'll see. Matthew, hello. How's it going? Did you play any bowling this weekend? Oh, Yogi was playing Roll for the Galaxy yesterday. Did you like that? Okay, the fun part of like getting underneath everything. Oh, Brian says the Army Painter Speed Paint Metallics don't have as much contrast as the regular line. It's basically mid and low tones. A light dry brush of a bright silver might help bring out the details. Yeah, and I wasn't sure, so I thought this is the perfect opportunity to see just how they dry and what they look like. And then, oops, from there I can possibly do a wash. And as you said, I can do some dry brushing or something to bring out some more details if I think it's too flat. But I thought, perfect game to just do a base of the speed paint and see what it even looks like, and then I have an idea for when I'm painting other games if I want to use them or not. Because to me, here's a question. Do I want to use these over the regular metallic paints if I have to do a wash anyways? I don't know, right? So that's why this is a nice test for me to be able to see the answer to that question. The coverage is really good too. Yeah, that's what I'm noticing, right? It's a little bit more watery than the other paints I find, but the coverage just seems pretty good. Like this is only one coat. I mean, and even if I didn't do anything else, like looking at that, I mean, that looks way better than just like great blobs of plastic, right? And especially if I do them each in like a different tone. So we might not even have to do anything additional, but we'll see. We were also talking about in the last stream some of the other Army Painter speed paint colors in the 2.0 line, and I definitely was looking at the chart, and there's definitely some other colors I would love to add to my arsenal, so I'm excited to go to our local game store and take a look at what they have available. There's a couple of like reds, the white would be cool. Just trying to make sure. All right, I think we have base done of mini 1. I actually like this. As you're saying, Brian, like I can see that it doesn't have as many shadows in that. This is wet still, obviously, but I like this. I like the way this dries on there. Like we may not have to do much else to it. Like I like it for what our goal is of just making a table ready miniature. Let's put that there. Okay. Did I just rub paint off with my finger? I don't think so. Okay. Okay, so we use the polished silver. I like that one. Okay. Let's look at something different. Let's try the brazen copper. All right. And let's just pick this one. Okay. Yeah, it does look really nice already. Thank you. Yeah, I like it. Just for what we're looking for just getting it table ready, like I think that is pretty good. Okay, so let's see what we get from this one. Yeah, honestly, let it dry a lot and think about doing a very subtle dry brush. Yeah, that might be all we do, right? Yep. Okay, let's see this one. This is the copper. Just gonna give it a little bit of a mix. Let's see what this one looks like. Okay, this one I might need to see dry. I don't know about this one. Yeah, I don't know about this one, but again, as I said, I'll let them dry. I just don't know if that's what I'm looking for. Are you using the Papa Choy as a paint tray? Yes, I am. So it was recommended, like some people that use them, and I thought, I will try. They said that with the Army Painter speed paints, it's definitely, yeah, this one is a lot of red. I don't know. Let me, like, we can see how it dries, of course. It's definitely a lot of red. Now, to me, honestly, like on camera, it looks more red. If I look like over my magnifying glass, it looks almost purple. Janice says, I found with the copper, you really need to mix the paint well. So maybe that's the issue, do we think? I don't know. Let me see. Like if we don't like it, I can definitely take it all off. The Talon bronze is less? Okay, like we can, what do you think? I can try just in case it wasn't mixed. Like while it's still wet, I can easily take it off. Like I can just dunk it. Okay, let's see. Let me just go on the other side now with, as Janet said, maybe I just didn't shake it enough. Still looks pretty red, but it doesn't look like copper. Okay, yeah, it looks like dried blood. Okay. Okay, hold on. I don't think we're gonna go with this one. I probably shouldn't put so much on before I decided I'm not gonna do it. Just give me 1 minute. I'm just taking it off. I'm experimenting so you don't have to. It's even like tinted the primer. So I might just have to put some quick white over this. But that's fine. We'll just let this all dry on this. Yeah, it does look too thin, yeah. Well, I mixed it even more and then tried again. I'm still doing it. Yeah, saying it might be just the camera. No, no, no. It definitely was thin. It definitely was like a reddish purple. What is that? Okay. Even like it has stained my mini. Like, okay, I don't like that one. Oh, Janet ended up getting a mini vortex mixer to help with mixing. Oh, okay, okay. So I'm just not, well, I don't even like the color necessarily anyways. So we're not going to go with that one. We're going to do something else. Yeah, hold on here. Okay. I'm gonna let that dry for a minute because I tried to use water to get all that off. I'm gonna put some more matte white over that. We're gonna not use that. Okay, lesson learned. So we're not using copper. We have other ones, so I'm not worried. I could even, yeah. Let's use, okay, so we said the, Yogi says the Talon's bronze, that's good. Okay, I will like, you know what? Did that even feel like it had mixing balls in it? Hold on. Oh yeah, it did, okay. I don't remember hearing them. It's fine, Yogi, you like that? I didn't think it looked good at all. Like, when you look at like with this one, beside this one, that's like the coverage is great. I don't know. Maybe that would look different if it was over a black primer or something. Oh, being colorblind equals ignorant equals happy. Oh. Okay. Let's go over here and try this. Okay, we're not going to put as much over the whole entire mini this time. This one looks thicker than the last one to my eye, so we'll see. Yeah, or one of our good friends, Justin, who's played on the stream, he's colorblind. So we have to help him in however we can with that. Okay. Let's use this mini for that, for this one. Okay, we're only going to put it on the front of the face, just in case I don't like it, because it's easier to take off. Okay, yep, this is better. Yes, Yogi, I agree. This one is better. See, it still looks a little bit thin. Might be, doesn't look as full coverage as the silver one, but I definitely like this one. So we'll go with this one. Do we think that the green would be okay for one of them? It's like a greenish color, like, because I can try this one out. Aztec gold. Let's see what that looks like. But I don't know if that would, maybe on the boat or something. We'll see. Brent says, I find having a vortex helps save my elbow and shoulders from pain. I already have a tendency towards repetitive motion injuries. Oh no. I know sometimes I, like it hurts my shoulder from shaking them. A vortex, I've never even thought or heard of that in any way. Yeah. It's a gold with a green tinge. Okay, so Yogi, do you think it would be good or no? Agree. Worst case, I can do two of the same color. Like, that's fine. I just don't know that I want to do one like actual gold. I just don't think that fits like our, I don't think there's like necessarily gold mechs. I do have to say though, these are super detailed and you can definitely paint these up really nice. Like if you wanted to take the time and do like all the tubing and all the wiring. Oh, Janet, thank you. Janet says, I'll put the link to the one I got in the Discord for you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to look into that. I never even thought. Yeah. It's so funny. We always talk about like playing games as being like a table hog. Oh, that game's a table hog. This game's a table hog. Painting minis is a table hog, right? When you think of all the little like accessories and knickknacks and things you need, it's like a hobby that takes up a ton of space. I am liking this. I'm actually, like as it's starting to dry, I can see on here, in the area that I started with, it's definitely like shining, which is really neat. Yeah, and for these ones, we're not doing any like fancy bases or anything. Rob said it's like random what color you get, so I'm not going to paint them each an individual base color. I'm just going to paint them all black. Nope, sorry. I see a little bit of to my eyes, I see a little bit of like a red and a brown undertone in this, which I like. I do hope though that they expand the metallic line as well. So hopefully they gather feedback and see, you know, having maybe like some metallic red or metallic blues. That'd be cool. It's cool, actually. I'm seeing as I'm painting them, they have like little cargo boxes that are attached to the sides. Yeah, there's definitely very detailed minis, which is nice. I do find with these paints though, you can kind of like load up your brush and it will just like fall into like all the creases nicely, which is great. As it just like runs where you want it to go. So I guess that's a pro of it being like a little bit more watery. Janet, thank you so much for the $20 super chat for a Vortex mixer. Janet, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you are too kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I will look in it. Okay, but here's the other question. Do we really think that that would have looked any different if it was mixed more? Like, I still feel like it's super thin. There it is. Janet, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, I feel like even if it was like shaken and shaken and shaken, like I still feel like, first of all, I feel like the color was kind of off. It was more of like a reddy purple, which I wasn't looking for. And it was so thin, like compared to all these other ones that I've used so far. I don't know. But maybe someone that's used that color can let me know. But I'm definitely going to look into this. I assume they're like nice and small that I can just put to the. Are they loud? Would you say? Like if I was using it on a stream, is it like super loud? Is it gonna blow your ears out? They're a little loud when you're actually mixing, so like 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, okay. Technically, I could also probably like mute during that so that you don't hear it. And then here's one more question, Janet, for you. Do you use it for all of your paints or just your speed paints? Sorry for the awkward angle here. Just trying to do all underneath the mini. It's like one angle I cannot get my brush in. Okay, I think. Just do a quick spin around, make sure I didn't miss anything underneath. Okay, let me show you that one. Oh, Jane says, I use it like all my paints. Like Brian, I was getting wrist, elbow, and shoulder discomfort. Oh, okay. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, here is Mech number 2. I do like this, actually. And I'm excited to see what this looks like when it's dry. But yeah, the details on this one, like with the crane on top and like the packages that are attached to the sides, very cool looking. Very cool looking. Okay. Mini number 2, oops, I've somehow pushed that back, is done. Okay. Okay, I'm going to just quickly, now that that's dry, I'm just going to quickly throw a little bit of white on the one that we got discolored. Just using the matte white, and I'll just do that really quick so that that can dry and we can fix that up, because yeah, I definitely didn't like that purpley red that was. Actually, another brush, so I'm not using a metallic brush. I'm just going to try to like super quick go over that and fix that.
there, it doesn't really matter. Just want to do this one now so that way I can work on the other two while this dries, and then I can get this one going. Okay, just put some white paint on that. So that's just going to be off to the side. That's going to dry. Okay, we're going to move on to, let's try this one here now, the Enhanced Steel. Let's see what this one looks like. Let's do that one on this guy. And it looks like a little bug. Let's do it a little bit more just in case that's the thing. Okay. Actually, let's do like this just in case. Oh, no, I like this. This is, yes. No, I definitely like this one. This is full coverage. Yeah. Yeah, this one is good. This one is just like darker than the polished steel. Yeah, I like this one. I can see myself using this on a lot of the steel and knights and things that I paint. Yeah, I like that one. And not thin at all, very full coverage on this color. I'm actually going to move these to this side so they're not in where my hand goes. Yeah, I can definitely see myself using this quite a bit. I like this one. Greg, how you doing? Hello. Welcome. We are testing out the different Army Painter Speed Paint Metallics on various mechs, seeing how thin they are, how much coverage they have. We're also going to see if we need to do any extra stuff to them or if they just look okay as is. I mean, so far I'm liking, other than that one, I'm liking them. And that one I'm thinking, I'm wondering what that would look like over like a black primer or a zenithal. Also interesting to see how fast with speed paints you can get a game if you're just doing like one solid color, right? How fast you can get it to the table and get it table ready. We can just spend an evening, do these 5 minis. And then, you know, keep going in through the painting of the next game. One of the reasons I definitely like using speed paints just to be able to, you know, eliminate that wash step for the most part, paint a little bit faster, get games played on the channel faster. And yet still be able to have like cool looking minis. Yeah, I think yeah, see Mitch, I agree with you. The copper over a dark, yeah, that would definitely probably be better. Table ready in 10 minutes, give or take a little bit of time for me, but I mean, we had that like little copper issue we won't talk about, but I mean, we already have technically 2 are done, 3.5. It's only been like not even 1 hour. Plus, I didn't get into it right away. But yes, you can have them ready. Let's say an hour. You could probably have 5 of them done. Just don't put any minis near the camera. Yeah, exactly, exactly. We can have 10 minutes and we just won't hold them up when someone says, "Oh, can you show me that mini?" No, sorry, I don't think I can. But I will say it one more time, I definitely think the detail on these minis is amazing. Like if you took your time and painted these, like just detail on each of these, each one individually detailed. Very cool. Louis says, I need more space for more paints. Yeah, I know, right? I have a like that, and then I'm able to store brushes kind of like beside each of those holders. But yeah, I definitely agree. Like just for each of my paints, like I have paints like sitting on them like sideways, some off to the sides. But I have seen some pretty cool setups of like what people do to store their paints like on the wall or like those wooden displays are pretty cool. And it would be cool if I could have like on this wall here, so it's all the paints. You guys can see all the different paint options. That'd be cool one day. And it's like, oh, what do I want to paint with? What color here? All right, I'm just gonna make sure I've gone under all of the bottom. Okay. Displays yogi. I have a bin full of paint pods. Oh no, a basket that I can hide away. Oh, oops, sorry. Yeah, I like this. I wish I had this color when I painted Nemesis. I like this a lot. This one's cool. So I used to have my paint stuff upstairs because I would paint at my kitchen table, like on my lunch or just kind of, if I had an hour in the evening. But then since I moved down, I don't have to hide anything anymore because it's all downstairs. Okay, we're going to try this one, this broadsword silver next. Wonder. This one kind of looks very similar to the one we just used. We'll see when we use it if it's slightly lighter, but to the naked eye in the pot, or like in the well, it looks very similar. So we'll see. This is really cool. I mean, we'll be able to look at it when I painted it, but like, look at like a dragon face. Very cool. Okay. Okay, this one is thinner than the one I just used, but not in a bad way. This one I think would look really nice over a dark primer. Yeah, still has nice coverage. Almost put in the wrong one. Okay, I'm going to slide these over. I was going to leave them out, but they're kind of in my way. Where I like to rest my hands. Yeah, I like this color as well. Like, I like it almost, yeah, I mean, I get the name like broadsword silver. Like, it does look almost like weapon. So I would probably use this if I was painting like swords or maybe armor if I wanted to have like armor look a little bit different. For different areas of the body, but yeah, I definitely like this color. So far, my overall thoughts on these metallics are as I like them. And I do like that these silvers or metals all have like a little bit of different pigments in them to make them look slightly different for painting different things. This one I also find, maybe it's just me, and again, maybe it's still wet, but this one I find has a little bit more of the shadowing effect, a little bit more of the contrast to me than the other ones. But maybe it's only the one, maybe it's only that first, what was it called? Polished silver. Maybe it's only that one that doesn't really have much of the contrast, because the other ones as they're drying, like I'm noticing some shadowing. This boat would have been cool to do the boat as like a wooden boat and then all this metal stuff that's attached to it. Four to five done in 50 minutes. I know, right? And I had that little slip up, or I would have probably had an extra. So, like, let's say an extra 10 minutes. So now I'm just trying to get like all the little spots underneath, and then this one's good. I know I didn't think it would take too long if I was just doing like a full speed paint and not really much detailing or, switching of colors. And that's why I was thinking initially I would have probably been able to paint them before Rob's stream. That's why I wasn't, when he asked, I was kind of, or when it was discussed, I was like, yeah, I probably could have, but we couldn't get them primed up in time. Yeah, I like this one. This is cool. Yeah, that's definitely cool. What I'll do too is like, actually like, if I just did like, definitely just like much better than just like plain blobs, right? I think. We'll also look at them like all together once we're all done so you can see. I can like even zoom out a little bit. Okay, so now I gotta find what I'm doing for the last one. Like these ones are, I don't want to do like gold, I don't think. Horde bronze, I don't think I want to do that either. Golden armor, I don't think so. I don't think so. Do I do another one in the talons? So if I'm, I can put them on stream for 1 second so you guys can see. So we have like our silvers and our bronze. Maybe I do another one in the bronze so we have 3 and 2. Because that's kind of what I was going to do anyways, but then that one bronze I don't like. Or the one like copper. So, Locator Gaming, hello. Just, I see you got to pop it for a palette. Yes, staying up on the trends. Hey, you guys told me about this trend, so I'm testing it out for myself. So far so good. What I do like is how it's compact. Yogi says, now I would do a different color. Okay, but like which one? I don't know which one. I don't want to do any of these golds, I don't think. Now, here's what we could do. Let me see. Do I have? No. Like I could use, I have a weapon bronze in not speed paints. This one we'd probably have to put a wash on. But like I could do that one. Just looking at what I have here, sorry. I don't want to use any of the silvers. We're not using any, yeah, we're not using any of these silvers. Horde bronze. Okay. Or it's Horde gold. We're going with that one? Yeah, don't do a silver or it'll look too much like the other ones. I agree. Yeah, custom color time. Like, I mean, I could make my own. Okay, we could go with this gold. I could try it for a minute and see what it looks like. Or we could do this weapons bronze. This is just the regular, not the speed paint, but I'm kind of thinking that the speed paint is like what we were kind of showcasing and showing off. So I could do this. Now there's also the green, which is the gold, or the Aztec gold. The green could be interesting. Maybe I just test this out. This one I definitely can see like some settlement on the sides. So I'm just gonna You want a dark color, so no to the Aztec gold. But is this dark? Is this what you're thinking about? You want this one? This is not what I even had, is it? Horde bronze. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm like, that's not the one I was looking at. This one. The Horde bronze. Okay, this is what you want. This one doesn't sound like it has any of the balls in it. But it shakes better. Yeah, I wanted 2 of them to be like bronzy colors or coppery or something like that. And then the other ones are the silver, which I like. So we'll go with this one. Okay. Let's flip this around. Okay, this one looks thicker to my eye, so let's see. Okay, let's slide those off. They can continue to dry over there.
Yogi says, at least this way, if Rob complains, you can blame me. Okay, done. Done. It's Yogi's fault. Okay, I'm going to put it on the blades first, and let's see what this looks like. Yes. This is going to be a winner, I think. It looks a little bit thin, like we can see the white underneath. We'll see when it fully dries, but yes, I definitely like how this is kind of like a brown. Yes. Okay, Yogi is the winner today. This one is thinner, I can see that. Not as, so it looks like actually in looking at it, the silvers all have the best coverage, in my opinion. But I think this will still look, I think this will still look good when it dries. It's funny too, Yogi, you say if Rob doesn't like them, I can blame you, but Rob doesn't ever complain, right? Oh, Yogi says the thinner makes the pooling capture the details better in his opinion. Okay, yeah, I can see that, right? Because it's gonna have more contrast and more shadowing. Yep, I can see that. But yeah, sorry. Rob doesn't ever complain about the minis. He does like painted minis better than gray blobs of plastic, but he won't complain. But I do like when he like suggests like, oh, you should do this with the mini. Like even these ones, he was like, oh yeah, just like slaps the speed paint metallics on and call it a day. I think he knows that I could spend forever doing like all this detailing. I mean, it might be hard to see in this one because I had to re-go over it with the other paint, but Rob doesn't ever complain. Fake news. I mean about my painted minis. You are, oh, you, Locator and Jackal both had the same comment, just back to back there. That's funny. Yes, about the minis. Sorry, I guess I should have been more specific. He doesn't ever complain about the minis. He appreciates that I paint them. It's so funny because in real life, Rob doesn't really complain that much. I don't think. But maybe I'm just used to it. I don't know. Oh, that's so funny that you both had that same comment like back to back there. So because this one's thinner as well, I'm just trying to make sure like I really go over everything because I don't want to have to touch anything up on it because I don't want to create streaks or like reactivation or anything. So trying to be a little bit more careful, but Michael says, I just noticed the fidget popper. I must be slow tonight. No, no, no. No, no, no. I'm testing you to see if you're noticing when I add new things. No, I'm just kidding. I wanted to try it out. Like I said, I love how small and compact it is. I didn't get a huge one. Like I know that there's bigger ones, and I'm trying the circle. I have a square one as well. We'll see. I can't really tell you if I like it or not until I see how it cleans up when I wash them out.
So stay tuned to Saturday where I tell you how much I like it. If you see it back on the stream, then I liked it. Also, hello, Michael. How are you doing? I should troll you guys and just every stream have something different that I'm using as a paint palette. So you'll always want to tune in to see what am I using as a paint palette. Genius, I know, I'm a genius. To create an audience somehow. No, I'm just kidding. I bought 6 of the 2x8 ones, just small enough and just big enough. And they were like $8 for 6. Yeah, Rob picked these up on Amazon, so I don't even know how much they were. He just ordered them for me. I think he heard us talking about it, and then when I was on the stream, he was like, okay, well, I placed an order for these ones. So I don't know how big they are either. They're like pretty small, which is good. Helps with cleaning because you reverse the bubbles and it helps loosen the dried paint. Yeah, that's what Janet was saying, which is kind of why I was hoping to try it. So we'll see. I mean, I guess it's genius whoever thought to try that. Next stream, I'll switches over to all Games Workshop paints. I don't think I have any Games Workshop paints. No. I have very few other paints other than Army Painter paints. And that is because I got a set to start that was Army Painter. And then I got the Army Painter speed paints. And then when I go to my local game store, I usually just go right to the huge display of Army Painter paints and then pick out what I'm missing. And I find like the color line is really good. They have a lot of variety. So don't really have any, not too many other ones. Wesley, hello. Glad to see Mel painting again. Yes, yes. We have our new permanent setup. So painting streams have become a more regular thing. They're going to be at, okay, fingers crossed, but at least once a week is my ideal minimum. And then if I can throw in an extra one here or there, I will. Also based on what I'm painting and how long I need to paint it. So like last week there was 2 streams. This week there's 2 streams. It's definitely fun to get it back. I'm glad you guys missed it as well. So I will be painting on Saturday. We're going to resume our painting of the December's War minis. Got a bunch done on Saturday last week. Be painting again this Saturday. So we'll see what we can do with finishing up the enemies so we can move on to characters / dragon. No, you can tease. That's totally fine. I just don't have any. I do have a couple like I think Vallejo paints. I have a couple. Sometimes if I was watching back in the day, if I was watching a video and someone used a color that I thought was really cool, I would just note it down. So if someone in a video was using a different color, a brand that wasn't Army Painter, then I would pick those up. So I do have like very minimum. What is your backlog of unpainted minis? So again, we're painting the Descent ones. Not really like backlog. That's kind of like, I guess, current. What else do I have? I have a game. I don't know if I'm supposed to say what it is yet. It's an older one that's kind of been on the back burner for a really long time, and it always seems to get pushed back. I don't know if Rob's ever mentioned what it is, so I don't want to say. I also don't want to put pressure, but potentially after the Descent, that may be next. It's kind of like primed and started, and we just never get to it, it seems, because then it's like, oh, push it back to this, push it back to that. So he doesn't mention, yeah, nope. So I don't know. So maybe I'll see if it's mentionable. We'll talk about it in the next one. But I'm trying to think of like what my backlog is. Now here's the thing. For these, because I want these painting streams to continue. So like if I don't have a current game, I'm gonna pull some of the backlog. So there's games that we have played or even haven't played that are on like our shelf of shame. I'm trying to think of like I can guess. Yeah, you can guess. That's totally fine. It'll be one of those dungeon crawlers. It's a dungeon crawler, yes. That I can pull out like a Blood Rage or something. My Little Pony. Yes, I'm painting all of the ponies. No, that's not it. I don't know. Like there's so many that I could probably pull off the shelf and paint. And as I was saying before, one of my like bucket list like goal items after I started painting, it was to paint or is to paint Dark Souls, like their original Dark Souls minis for Rob. Just because nostalgic reasons, like I watched him play through that video game, and then we got the base game, and then we played it together, and then we got expansions for it and like boss minis and stuff like that. So I eventually we could do some of those cool bosses on stream. So they're like backlog per se. Don't really have much in the hopper. After Descent, I have that one other game that we'll probably talk about maybe on the next one. And then we'll just, if we don't have anything new, we're going to just pull out some old stuff or stuff that we want to replay because maybe we played and like the sound quality wasn't the greatest or the video quality wasn't the greatest like back in the day. And if we're going to play it again, then we might get it painted up. So I don't really have much of a, I guess let's call it like current backlog, which is good. I off camera was able to get a couple things painted that is like, so it's like ready. So we even, for example, we painted, and I think I did it partly on stream like way back when, but we did the Lord of the Rings Journeys of Middle-earth Spreading War. Spreading War? I want to say that's the name of the campaign we haven't played. But that's like all painted up and ready to go. So I feel like hopefully we won't really have a backlog and we'll just be kind of like getting ahead with these streams, which would be great. Because even Descent, like we're not ready to play that right now because like we're playing through Heat with Kyle. Obviously, maybe that's slightly because Descent wasn't ready or I don't know. But so don't really have much of a backlog. Locator Gaming says, I would be too embarrassed to tell the truth if someone asked me what my backlog was. I rent the storage unit for a reason. You have a storage unit for backlogged games that you want to paint? You don't have to be embarrassed though. Like here you are among like-minded friends. It's all good. But Yogi does say that 20 packages will arrive before Christmas that'll need painting. Yeah, I'm sure that's the case. Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. I guess really it's depending on the game, right? Like if we're playing like a little card game, no need to paint. If Dungeon Crawler, yeah. Dungeon Crawler is gonna need some paint. Also like I guess games like this, yeah, when they arrive, they Don't necessarily need to be painted, but hey, why not, right? Okay. That looks good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so I definitely like this color too. I was nervous that it was going to be like too light, but now that I'm seeing it and it's darkening as it's drying, and as Yogi said, the shadowing, I'm just going to fix one place where it's pooling that's kind of bugging me. I'm trying not to actually touch it because I don't want to, whatever. Okay, we're just going to leave it. Yeah, I definitely think that's cool. It's drying up nice. Okay, so the one thing, okay, let's look at, there's a couple of these that are dry. I'll put them on the little stand so that it's easier for me to see. So this is the first one that we did. And again, for this one, we used the polished silver. This is the one that I think might need a wash. This one is a little bit flat. So I'm thinking potentially to put a wash on this one. I still like this as is, but I just think it's a little bit flat. And I'll show you why I think that in a comparison to this one, which I think has, I just don't want to drop it. Okay. This one has a little bit more, it feels like to me some more details and shadowing. Like I can see it like in the legs. I can see it even in like these little holes. You can see kind of where it looks darker. This one doesn't necessarily, to me, feel like it needs a wash. And that's why I'm saying the other one just kind of look flat. And then we have this one. This one's still a little bit wet. I can see, especially on the top. Again, you can see though, if you look in like the, I don't know if that's supposed to be windows, but like all along the edge here, you can see that it's kind of, and even on the face of the dragon, like you can definitely see there's some shadowing and stuff there. So I'm saying like, I don't think this one also, I don't think needs a wash. I think this one looks good as is as well. And then we have one more, which also I think, this one is pretty much dry as well. This one, again, I think this one looks good. I don't necessarily think this needs a wash. So I think for me, I'm thinking just that one. Okay. So I'm gonna do that. So that way when I'm gonna do that first. That way when I paint all the bases, I can then paint this base last and let that dry. So I think I want to use like a dark wash. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. Dark tone wash. If you can paint one non-game thing, diorama decor, what would it be? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really think I have anything. I don't know. Good question. Actually, let's just use this one here. Okay, and we're gonna just do the same thing where we're just gonna like put this all over the mini. This is gonna just fill in some of those shadows, and I feel like it's gonna make it a little less flat. And I just want to show you, like you can see how it's going to like pool by all the bolts. And I think that'll really make it look good.
No, not really, but between Kingdom Death Monster and Shadows of Brimstone, I'll never be done. Oh no. Because, like, I don't know how many, like, I hear stories about Kingdom Death Monster, but, like, I have no idea. How many minis would you say are in that game? Like, hundreds? Like, I know there's lots of expansions and stuff, but, like, is it a lot? And Shadows of Brimstone, when we went to Gen Con, I saw that all set up, painted. Oh my God, it looked great on the table. That was super nice. Yogi, that is not the game. I assume it's more with expansions, and I assume that's what Locator is talking about, right? That you have expansions as well. Like, I assume in the base it's like manageable, but then once you start getting into expansions, it just becomes like crazy. But I think Yogi, I think you were saying, right, that you have your Kingdom Death is like all fully painted. I do like how this is just kind of filling in, it keeps pooling right here though. It's filling in all the little like dents and like around all the bolts, which is cool. You can get away with like 4 survivors and the monsters, so it's not very many. Okay. Michael says, Locator Gaming's Shadows Brimstone will do that along with filling up your house. I had to repurpose a china cabinet for Shadows of Brimstone. Yeah, when we were at Gen Con, like seeing those minis painted up nice, like they were amazing looking. Yogi, thank you so much. Thank you. Says I have to run. Everything looks great. Thanks for streaming. Thank you. This actually, Yogi, you recommended doing this one, so this one's for you. Thank you. They definitely, we definitely think we made them look better. So it was a good call. Thank you. Thank you for your input on colors as well. I'm sure I'll see you when we play it.
I love using washes over like chain link. I always find it makes it look so cool. Oh, Rob needs to redo, I think it was yesterday, but was it yesterday or today? I don't even know actually. But Jacko says Rob needs to redo the stream with these. But Jacko, we are playing Rob and I on Sunday. So I guess we'll get to show them off then. Oh, yesterday, yeah. Yeah, it gives me more of a pewter effect. Yes, yeah, I think it's definitely it's also giving a little bit of depth, right? I think before it was so flat. Locator says, I also get distracted by doing comp pieces for the local store competition and other minis like the Earthborn animals I did recently that aren't even from the game. Just wanted to bling for the table and vids. Yeah, that's awesome. I haven't seen the Earthborn streams that you did yet, but I definitely have them on my watch later list. And it was funny because I was like, thinking to myself, does Earthborn Rangers even have minis? Like I thought it was a card game. But then I thought, oh, maybe there's like some add-on that you could get. So did you 3D print them? Or what did you do? Or maybe it was an add-on and I didn't back it robbed it, so I have no idea. But I was like, I thought it was a card game. So these are just kind of like animals that will sit like on cards, which is crazy cool. Comp pieces, though, that's exciting. That's scary, I would think, but I mean, you are like an amazing painter, so I get why you would do that. Alrighty. Oh, we got to do just a little bit under here where we missed. It's definitely easy to see where you missed because like super shiny. Anywhere we haven't put the wash. Okay. I definitely like this better than I did before. It's going to dry, but yeah, I definitely like this much better than the like super bright, I guess that's why it's called polished steel or silver. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry and I'm gonna start working on doing the bases on the ones that are pretty much done. This one is still drying, so I'm still unsure if we're gonna put a wash on it, but I think I can see like in the pooling that I think this is gonna be more than fine. So, but let's start with this one, which I know I'm happy with. So for base, I'm just going to use, one second while I move everything. I'm just going to use a matte black. Again, we can pop the rings on for the colors while we're playing, so don't need to worry about that. Oh, Matthew says, sorry I couldn't answer your question earlier, but I did not forget. I'm not playing any board games this weekend because I have to pick up my my custom drilled bowling balls this weekend. Oh, nice. So you now have them. Do you get to try them out, I guess, next weekend? That's awesome. Custom drill bowling balls. I remember we were talking about this in the last one. That's crazy. I never really thought in my brain about like that bowling balls are like custom to your hands. Okay, just gonna grab a different paintbrush. So we're just gonna use a 3 for the base. Just put that closer. I'm not doing anything special on the base, just a straight black base. For one, I think that will make the metallics pop. And two, when we put the base, the ring around the base, I think that will really make it pop too. Oh, there was add-ons. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's on my watch later, so I will definitely watch that. I don't own them, but definitely love to watch you paint, so I'll definitely be checking that out. I think this will definitely make the mini pop. Metallics against the black. Also love doing black bases because any mess that I got on the base while painting the mini just instantly gone. Jacko says only Matthew could make a mini painting stream nerdier. Oh, that's funny. I mean, I can't remember what it was now, but I think people were saying we learned something in the last one. I can't remember now what it was. I learned that the one metallic paint is the copper looks like it's red or purple to me. I learned that today. All the other ones, though, I'm definitely liking all the other ones. I'll have to find a reason to try out the golds. Maybe there'll be a miniature. I'm just gonna put that off to the side. Maybe there'll be a miniature that requires gold in a large capacity so we can actually see, like, sure, we could see it on like a pile of gold on, you know, in a chest or something, but to see it in a large scale mini like this definitely shows off for me more what it's going to look like. Whoa. Those look like good quality minis. 100%. Like these minis, first of all, they're heavy. They're heavy minis. They're not like light plastic. There is a lot of detail in these minis for sure. Like if you wanted to take the time and paint like every wire and every chain and every, like even this one, you can see like it has like
packages that are hanging or like stuff hanging on the back. It has like a crane on the back of it. All of the legs have like bolts and pieces. Yeah, you could definitely take a lot of time to paint the like even look at like this ship. Like, yeah, a lot of detail in these minis. A lot of detail. But I also like even just using the speed paints on them, it's picking out those details. So like I can hold it up and say, oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. Um, it's not like it's hidden. Yeah, they're definitely decent quality, I think. Oh my gosh. Matthew's my friend even bought us retro bowling shirts with logo. Oh, that's so fun. Okay, so next Gen Con we'll have like a little bowling outing before the con opens or something. And Matthew, you can show off your skills. I think bowling's fun. Haven't been in a really long time. Okay. Yeah, see, which I agree. The detail stands out more now that it's painted. I 100% agree. I do have to say, I don't know if anyone else that paints minis, but I always get super excited. Like when the minis are painted, I'm like, oh, now I want to play. It's good because we're actually going to start learning this tomorrow and Thursday. So we can, or I haven't learned it, but Rob has. But now we can, even when in our practice game, we'll be able to oops, play with painted minis. See, Mitch, I forget if you already told me this. I'm forgetting and I apologize. But do you paint your minis or no? You may have said, and if you did, I apologize. No, you don't paint them. Okay. Oh, so you're just here to hang out. I love that. Thank you.
That's kind of what I was hoping that also that this would be, is not necessarily, because like I'm not giving tips or anything, I'm just telling you what I'm doing, but a place that we can just kind of hang out while I'm painting because I need to do it anyways. And then for those people that do enjoy painting, maybe they say, "Oh, Mel's painting tonight. Okay, I'll grab my minis and paintbrushes and paint as well." So it can be like both sides of the coin. That's awesome. My fear was that it would be, not to say not entertaining, but because it's like we're watching paint dry literally, but that was kind of what my fear is, like, oh, if someone's not interested in painting minis, they may be bored. Because one skill that Rob has that I don't have is you can give him a question and he can go on and on and on. Like he can really, I guess, carry the conversation. And it's funny because if you ask me the same question, I give like a 10-word answer. So I thought that that would be where I would struggle, is like, oh, it's gonna be a lot of silence. But so far, you guys are definitely keeping me talking, which is great. Oh, you play solo and no one would see them. You did look into it and watch some videos. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you don't have to paint them. But that's why I was kind of excited too for this stream, to show like, look at what a difference just throwing a base coat, so like one layer, full layer of paint on a mini, what it'll do and how different it'll look. And in not that much time. So it's nice to be able to kind of show off the true reason for why speed paints were created. And I love that. Because it is hard for me anyways, it's hard to show that by painting like a mini that I have all these different colors, and it takes me forever because I'm trying not to get this one color in this one area, when you can just fully paint a mini, like just slap it on the whole thing, it doesn't matter. It's definitely much faster. Okay, and we just have one more. I'll bring all these back on so that you guys can see. Loktra says, this is essentially what Sundrop is from some Kickstarters. An undercoat, which is usually white or gray, and a wash or transparent paint on top. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I think there's even some videos on like how to do like Sundrop at home, right? So you don't need to necessarily pay if that's an option. You can just do that at home. Now, I don't think that, I mean, I guess the Sundrop would look good on any mini. I feel like maybe on some more than others, like minis like this, or I think what I remember Sundrop from is Tainted Grail, like those menhirs or whatever they were called. I don't know, like if it would look great on, let's say, a character mini, Or let's say like, maybe it would. I'm thinking of like the dragon from Descent, which we're kind of painting through right now. Like I'm wondering, maybe it would look good. I mean, anything's going to look good better than the gray plastic, so technically, yeah. You could just speed paint it all one color and then just be good to go. So yeah, I guess you're right. Okay. Matthew says, I'm going to try to post a decent picture in the random pictures Discord and Rob Mills. Yes, yes, please. What for post a picture for a picture of a lit cigar under a glass of cognac. Okay, okay. Yes, everyone needs a Matthew to keep them entertained while they paint. Yes, yes, I agree. I agree. Thank you. Takes the weight off of my shoulders, right? I don't have to talk as much. Matthew's here to entertain everyone. Alrighty. Guys, look at this. Look at that. We have painted all of the minis in 2 hours. Probably a little bit less than because I had to kind of fix up that one that we didn't like the color on. But like, I'm definitely happy with these. I think these are gonna look amazing on camera. I think that definitely better than you guys can judge, but better than the stream that Rob did of it. Like now, these are just much better. Just like a simple speed paint coat, a simple black base. I mean, I think this one's actually my favorite. I really wish I had this color, this enhanced steel color when I painted Nemesis, because I'm now thinking of the colors that I used and what I did with them, and I would have really liked that. Yeah. And I also like how with this speed paint metallic line, we have silvers. Oh, this one's a little bit stuck because it's drying. We have like a range. So this is also, sorry, the one that we did put the wash on. So you can see that it's like filling in some of those dents and around the bolts. Just kind of dirties it up. You can see, sorry, a little bit under, it's still wet in some of those pooling areas. And this one is, I don't think this one's wet. I think this one like almost looks like it's a little bit sticky, but that's fine. I think it's still drying. Technically, this one I would leave for a little while because it still looks like it's goopy, but I definitely like the color of it. Definitely cool. So yeah, that was like just base metallic speed paint. So my overall thoughts on the speed paints, the metallic set, is that I really like them. The silvers I think have a variety of different variations that I would use for different things. So they have the polished steel. Maybe if I was doing a trying to see where I put the light there. If I was doing a armor that I wanted to kind of look pristine, I would use that. They had the enhanced steel, which kind of had like a darker undertone, which would, for me, I would use more on like plate mail, on like chain links, things like that. And then they had the other one, which was called, the broadsword silver. That one I would use on all my like all my swords, all my like axes, things like that. So I definitely like the variety of colors that you get, and I thought the coverage on the silvers was excellent. I have not tried the gold, so we'll hopefully be able to try those in different streams later. I'm not sure how I could use those. And then the bronzes, I like them. I like this one here, the brown. I'm trying to think of ways I would use this. The bronze here, which was the Talons bronze, I like this one too, but I don't know that I would use it very often.
I'm trying to think of like ways I would use both of those. I'm not really sure. But overall, I definitely like them and I'm excited to use more. And I'm curious too about this green one, this Aztec gold. I need to find a reason to use this just so I can see what this looks like because I'm kind of like intrigued by it. So overall, I like these. I like how we were quickly able to paint this up 2 hours or less. That's full paint, like full base coat. We only put a wash on one, which I mean, technically we didn't need to do, but I just thought it was a little bit flat compared to the other ones. And then just a black base. So I think these are now technically ready for Sunday. So Rob will put a varnish on them so that the oils from our fingers don't chip off any of the paint. But yeah, that was that. That's the minis from Expeditions. Excited now to learn this and play this with Rob over the next couple days. We're going to stream this game on Sunday, so there's already a link to that in the upcoming streams list. Also, the next paint stream, which is going to be on Saturday, that is already scheduled as well. You can set a notification for either of those. And then also Thursday, Tuesday. On Thursday, we're going to be playing Heat with Kyle, so you can set reminders for any of those that you would like to be notified for. So that's great. Seema says, those look so much better painted. We gave Rob a hard time for playing with them unpainted the other day. Oh, that's so funny. You can get a neat effect varying the undercoat, like a regular metallic silver and a purple speed paint over top. Yeah, instant purple metal for some cool looking armor. Yeah, that's cool. One of the things I do like is putting the like just a regular metallic. So let's say like gunmetal metallic, and then using speed paints over top of this, almost like a wash. As Locator said, you have those varying shades that you can then make of your armor. So until hopefully, fingers crossed, Army Painter comes out with additional colors, like maybe some undertones of reds and blues, then you can technically make your own shades of armor by using a base coat metallic and then using an Army Painter speed paint over top. So I definitely like that, yeah. Purple armor though, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Much easier than the archers from Descent. Yes, definitely easier. So I think I have for Descent, for the next stream, we have 2 more sets of enemies. We have a set of 4 and a set of 2. So we'll start tackling those on the next one. So yes. Matthew's posting pictures in the random Discord. Awesome. We'll check those out if you are a member of the channel and have access to the Discord. Speaking of, Mitch, thank you so much for gifting 5 Rob's Gaming Table memberships to the channel. Thank you. Mitch loves forced memberships to the channel. We appreciate that so much. Thank you. If you're not a member of the channel, you can become one by clicking the join button down below. So thank you so much. I am going to get better at posting photos in the Discord as well of the painted minis. So if you don't catch a stream or you have to leave during a stream, I got to get better at posting the final products in there as well. I know you can probably see them when we play with them too, but I just got to get better at that. So again, Mitch, thank you. That's going to pop in a second, I'm sure. And I'm just going to see if I missed anything. I think I got everything there. Awesome. Yes, Mitch, thank you so much. Thank you. I don't know why that hasn't popped yet. But super excited to play through this. I'm actually looking forward to now thinking about ways I can use these silvers or these metallics, I say silvers, but these metallics in some of the upcoming minis that I need to paint. So that's cool. But I think that is it for me. Shorter one, not so bad. I have the rest of my night now to get some things done. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today. This was a lot of fun. Again, we interrupted our descent to paint these, and that might happen from time to time if we're in the middle of a series and we want to just get something painted that we want to play on the channel, we'll just pop these streams up. Again, I'm looking to do one about once a week. Twice a week is great, or more so if we're really trying to speed through getting something done. Yes, taking photos of painted minis is a new hobby all in itself. I know. I'm so bad at it. I think it's because I don't necessarily have a dedicated place to do it. So I always have to think, okay, like I have to move things around. Okay, where do I put this in the background? Like what minis are also so tiny. You want to do it at an angle so like you're kind of like dead on the mini. Yeah, it's definitely an art that I don't know that I have yet. So we'll see. I'll test. I have to play around with that. Yes, Matthew. Thank you. Thank you. Matthew says click the like button. However, I do have to say there's already 26 likes on this stream, which is phenomenal. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the gifted memberships. C. Mitch, thank you, thank you. Janet, for your super chat. Thank you, I appreciate it. I will check out your vortex shaker that you were talking about after the stream. I'll take a look at all the photos you guys are talking about posting in the Discord as well when I'm done here. But thank you guys so much for watching. It was so much fun. Again, streaming on Saturday, next paint stream. Heat on Thursday, expeditions with me and Rob on Sunday, and more streams obviously to come in the coming weeks. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!